Welcome students. Today we'll see how to find the definite integral using limit of sum. Using limit of sum. Okay. Only three things you have to remember here. Only three things. If I know these three things, we can do all the problems easily. The first step or first thing you have to remember. From the question, identify what is f of x, comma a. A is nothing but the lower limit, b the upper limit. Then from these three, you find h is equal to b minus a by n. This implies or nh is equal to b by a. See, for example, suppose the question is integral 0 to 2 x square minus 5 into dx. Suppose this is a question. Here, what is f of x? Here, f of x is nothing but what? X square minus 5. What is a here? A is nothing but the lower limit. The lower limit we call as what? A is what? 0. And what is b? B is nothing but what? The upper limit. That is what? B, that is equal to 2. Then see the next step. What we have to find here? From here we have to find h is equal to or nh is equal to b by a, or even if I write nh will be equal to b minus a. B minus a is what? 2 minus 0, that is what? 2. This is your first step. This is what? Very easy, understood. Just from the question we must be able to figure out what is f of x, what is the lower limit and what is the upper limit. From the lower limit and the upper limit we can find nh. Nh is nothing but what? B minus a, that is upper limit minus lower limit. This is the first step. Okay. Next, now second step. See, next step, the second step is what? That is second thing we must remember is the formula required for these types of problem. For limit of sum, we have the formula, that is integral a to b f of x dx equal to limit h tends to 0, h into f of a plus f of a plus h plus f of a plus 2h till f of a plus n minus 1h. That's very, very important. The last term must be what? Not f of a plus nh. This is what? F of a plus n minus 1h. Therefore, this is the required formula. For all the problem, without knowing the formula, we cannot do the sum. Therefore, we must make thorough this formula. Understood? Okay. Next is the third thing. The third thing is what? There only the problem starts. Problem is the steps of the problem starts. See here, we must recall these formulas what we have studied in our lower classes. That is till 10th or 11th, whatever we have studied, that we must recall. See the first formula, 1 plus 2 plus 3 till n minus 1. That is sum of natural numbers. Sum of natural number. That is n minus 1 terms. We might have studied the formula for sum of n terms. What is the sum of n terms formula? The formula for sum of n terms, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3 till n. This is nothing but n into n plus 1 by what? 2. This is a formula for sum of first n natural number, n into n plus 1 by 2. But we'll be using here, for all the problem we'll be using only this formula, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus n minus 1. That is n minus 1. Here if I have till n, that is the last term n into the next term n plus 1 by 2. Here the last term is what? N minus 1. Therefore n minus 1 into the next consecutive number is what? N by what? 2. Similarly, sum of the squares of first n natural number, 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square till n minus 1 square. Even we might have studied this formula, 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square till n square. You might have learned in 11th standard. The formula is what? N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 all divided by 6. This is the formula till nth term. But here we are going to use only the formula up to n minus 1 square term. The same technique, understood? Wherever it get ends, from there we have to start n. And the next number n plus 1 and sum of these two numbers. See, if I add these two, n and n, 2n plus 1 all divided by 6. The same logic here. N minus 1 square. It ends at what? N minus 1. Therefore, n minus 1. Next number n. And next number is what? Sum of these two. That is, if I add these two, 2n minus 1 by what? 6. This is the formula for sum of the squares of first n natural number. Next again, the sum of the cubes of first n minus 1 natural number, that is n minus 1 into n by 2 the whole square. We know this formula, that is 1 cube plus 2 cube till n cube. The formula is n into n plus 1 by 2 the whole square. This is the formula in the proper form. But here we are going to use, in all the problem we will be using what, n minus in the whole cube is equal to n minus 1. That is wherever it n minus 1, the next number n by what, 2 the whole square. This is the formula. Therefore these three formulas. But don't think that that is we have to use all this formula in same problem. It's not like that. If I have x term, I will be using only the first formula alone. If I have x square term alone, we will be using this formula. If I have x cube alone, we will be using this formula. Therefore, this formula, what are all the terms we have? Only that formula, if I use, that's enough. Therefore, no need to use all the formula in a same question. Suppose a question consists or contains x term, x square term and x cube term also, then we are in need of what, using all these formulas. But mostly we don't get only x term and x square term, or x cube term and x square term. Like this, only two combination of letters. Suppose if it is a 6-mark question, only there is a possibility of what, using all this formula. Okay. Next, the fourth formula. See, what is the fourth formula? Fourth formula is what? The sum of a geometric progression. Geometric progression formula you might have learned in 11th standard. That is a plus ar plus ar square till ar minus 1. The formula is what? A into r power n minus 1 by r minus 1, where r is nothing but the common ratio and a is for the first term. Okay, where will be using this formula? Therefore, this, suppose if the question contains e power x, e power x. Suppose for example, integral 0 to 2 e power x into dx. Suppose the question if I have what, e power x, we will be using what, this formula. This, wherever the question contains x term, will be using this formula. Wherever we have what, x square term, will be using this formula. Whenever we have x cube term, will be using this formula. Whenever the question contains e power x term, e power x or e power 2x, whatever it may be, e power x, that is exponential function if we have to use this formula. And the next the formula for the limit, that is limit h tends to 0, e power h minus 1 by h is equal to 1. This also we have studied. Therefore, all these 5 formulas already we have studied in 11th standard. Using these 5 problems, easily we can do any limit of sum problem. Understood? This is an important topic. Understood? Every year, mostly every year, they'll be asking a question, maybe in 4 mark or in 6 mark. Suppose if it is a 6 mark question, then there will be what, 3 terms. Suppose if it is a 4 mark question, 2 terms, or even if it is a 2 mark question, we'll have what, only 1 term we'll have. Understood? Therefore, this is a concept. Now we'll be seeing some examples, keeping this, all these things in our mind. Okay, now we'll go for some examples. See the first sum. Evaluate integral 0 to 2 x square plus 3 into dx as the limit of sum. As the limit of sum. This is the question. Understood? Okay, now we'll see how to do. For the first step, what I told, identify. From the question, you identify what is f of x, what is a, and what is what b. Therefore, from our question, what is f of x? Therefore, the first step, f of x is equal to f of x, that is equal to x square plus 3. This is the required function to be integrated. F of x is what, x square plus 3. Next, what is a here? The lower limit. Lower limit is what, 0, and the upper limit b equal to 2. Next, we have to find what, nh. nh is nothing but what, b minus a. This gives nh equal to 2 minus 0. Therefore, nh is equal to 2. Therefore, this is the first step. nh is equal to 2. Now, we'll go for the next step. The next step is what? Writing the formula. We know what is the formula to find the definite integral using the limit of sum. That is integral a to b f of x dx. Write the formula for all the problem. Integral a to b f of x dx is equal to limit h tends to 0, h into f of a plus f of a plus h plus f of a plus 2h till the last term is what? Plus f of a plus n minus 1h. Therefore, this is the required formula. Therefore, this formula to be written for every sum. Therefore, as far as just now you substitute our values, that is our a and our b, all those things. See what we get integral. If I know this one, now just what? We have to make a copy. Here in our problem, a is what? 0. Therefore, integral 0 to 2 f of x into dx. That's all. That is limit h tends to 0, h f of a. What is a here? 0. Therefore, f of 0. Then f of a plus h. f of 0 plus h. That is nothing but f of h. Then f of 0 plus 2h. That is nothing but f of 2h. It goes till f of 0. That is a becomes 0. Then n minus 1 h. Therefore, this is the formula. The formula is reduced for this particular problem. Okay. Now, just we'll be substituting the values of what? F of x here, f of 0, all these things. What is f of x? See here. F of x here, already we wrote, we have seen here what is f of x. Our f of x is what? X square plus 3. See here, f of x. Since it's a first problem, just we can take in the rough. Otherwise, just if I do one or two problem without any rough work, directly we can do. See, f of x is x square plus 3. See, what is the first term here? F of 0. Therefore, what will be f of 0? F of 0 is what? 0 square plus 3. That become what? 3. Then next term. What is the next term? F of h. What will be f of h? That is h square plus 3. Then what is f of 2h? F of 2h will be f of 2h the whole square plus 3. F of 2h. F of 2h, that is equal to 2h the whole square, that is 2 square h square plus 3. Till the last term is what? F of n minus 1 h. Therefore, this is nothing but what? N minus 1 the whole square h square. Therefore, these are this one. Therefore, this to be substituted in the next step. Therefore, if I substitute here, see what we get. That is equal to limit h tends to 0. This is what? H into f of 0. See what is f of 0? That is what? 3. Plus what is f of h? F of h is nothing but what? H square plus 3. Then what is f of 2h? F of 2h is nothing but what? 2 square h square plus 3. No need of writing 2 square is what? For just keep as it is. 2 square h square plus 3. Then next term will be what? Next term again what? 3h will get. Therefore, that is 3 square h square plus 3. Therefore, this goes on. And the last step, f of n minus 1h. This is nothing but what? N minus 1 the whole square h square plus 3. Therefore, this is f of n minus 1h. Hope I think you might have understood till this. Understood? See here, this is merely substitution. Nothing new here. Understood? Therefore, here, next see. Next in the grouping the terms. Grouping the terms. See how I am grouping the terms. Limit h tends to 0. H. See, group all the constants first. 3, here 3, here 3, here 3. Totally how many 3's are there? Totally how many terms are there? See, from if I start here. If I start from here 1h, 2h till n minus 1. Therefore, without this f of 0, totally there are what? N minus 1 term, and this is 1 term. Therefore, totally n terms will be there. In every problem will have what? N terms. Therefore, 3 plus 3 plus 3. Therefore, totally what? 3n. Therefore, this I can write as what? 3n. The first one is what? 3n I can write. Next, group the remaining terms. Remaining term is what? H square. Here we have what? H square, and next bracket we have a 2 square h square. See here what we have here? H square, 2 square h square, n minus 1 h square. Therefore, h square is common. That could be taken common. That could be taken common. If I take this h square common, what will we get here? Here we have what? 1. That is, we can write as what? 1 square. The next one is what? 2 square. Next step here, what will we get? Here I have what? 3 square. Like this it goes. Then what will be the last term? The last term will be what? N minus 1 the whole square. That is n minus 1 the whole square. See, I have grouped 3n h square, 1 square plus 2 square. Now, the third step, I told you to recall some formulas. That formula to be applied here. And the next step, if I apply the limit, we'll get the answer. That's all. See here, next step, limit h tends to 0 after grouping this. See, apply the formula. What is the sum of the squares of first n natural number? Hope you remember. N minus 1 into n into 2n minus 1 whole divided by what? 6. Whole divided by what? 6. This is the formula I told to recall the formula. Therefore, since we have what x square term, we'll be getting what? Sum of the squares of first n natural number. Now see what will be the next step. Next step will be what? Equal to limit h tends to 0. Take this h inside. If I take this h inside, what will we get? 3nh plus here h square we have h square into h. I will be getting what? H cube. Here n minus 1 into n into 2n minus 1 whole divided by what? 6. Understood? See here the beauty here for all the problem. Here when we have 3 factors n minus 1, 2n minus 1, here we'll have 3 factors are that definitely will get a h cube term. Suppose if I have 2 terms, I'll be getting h square term here. Suppose here if I have 4 terms, I'll be getting what? H power 4. All the problem. This is what the usual form. Understood? Now the next step. See the next step, limit h tends to 0. This is 3nh plus h cube. From h cube you take 1h2 here. 1h you take here. This factor 1h you take here. The other h you take here. Then if I take right like this, what will I get? nh minus h. 1h I have taken to the first one. The next one, that is what? nh again. Second factor. Then again what? 2nh minus h. I am taking h to what? Each bracket. Whole divided by what? 6. For this one. Now, see, first we have taken. Now we have to use the first step. What is the first step? First step, we have found the value of nh and kept it. Therefore, that value to be substituted here. See, in our question, in our problem, what is nh? First one. See the first step. What is nh here? See, nh we wrote here. What is nh here? nh is equal to 2. That's the first step. That I must that I am going to substitute here. If I substitute nh is equal to 2, see what we get? That is equal to limit h tends to 0, 3 into nh. What is nh value? 2. Therefore, 3 2s are 6 plus. Here nh. What is the value of nh? That is what? 2 minus h. Next, nh. That is what? 2. Next, 2nh. nh is what? 2nh means what? 4 minus h. Whole divided by 6. See, I have eliminated completely the letter n from the expression. That's what we'll get. Now, after eliminating n completely, now you apply the limit. Now you apply the limit. Limit h tends to 0. If I apply the limit h tends to 0, wherever we have substitute h is equal to 0. Merely substitution, that's all. Therefore, 6 plus if I substitute here h, I'll be getting what? 2. This also what? 2. Here what? 4 minus 0, that is what? 2 whole divided by what? 6. Therefore, this I am going to get the final answer. Here 2 and 6 I can cancel. Therefore, I will be getting what? 3. Therefore, 6 plus 6, sorry, 8 by 3. This is what? 8 by 3. 8 by 3. That is equal to, now you can take LCM and you can simplify. That is 3 is LCM. 18 plus 8, that is what? 26. Therefore, this is your answer. This you can verify by the direct method, integral 0 to, you know how to find the definite integral. That will get one step. Using that we can find what? This one very easily. Understand? Okay. Now we'll go for what? The next sum. Okay. See now. Evaluate integral 1 to 2 3x square plus 5x dx as the limit of sum. This is the second question. Here f of x is what? 3x square. The first step is what? We must identify the function, the lower limit and upper limit, and then we have to find the value of nh. This is the first step. Therefore, here I wrote the first step. Here f of x is what? 3x square plus 5x I wrote. And nh, what is nh? Actually b minus a. B is what? The upper limit. And a is what? The lower limit. Therefore, the upper limit is what? 2 and the lower limit is what? 1. B minus a, 2 minus 1. Therefore, nh is equal to 1. Therefore, this is our first step. Next, what I told, write the formula for all the problem. Therefore, write the formula once. Integral a to b f of x is limit h tends to 0 h into f of a plus f of a plus h, f of a plus h, till f of a plus n minus h. Okay. Now the substitute this you replace according to our problem. See what we get here. Limit here the a and b. What is a here? 1 and the upper limit is what? 2 into f of x dx. We are applying our upper limit and the lower limit. Then what we get? Limit h tends to 0. H f of a. What is f of a here? F of 1 plus f of a is what? 1. 1 plus h. Here f of 1 plus 2h till it goes f of 1 plus n minus 1h. Therefore, this is the required form of for this problem. Understood? Here a is what 1. Therefore, the formula is what reduced to this form. Now we have to find the value of at each term f of 1, f of 1 plus h, f of 1 plus h, and just you replace here we'll be getting. Understood? See what we get? We'll get f of 1. See in the rough work will work out, then I will be substituting here. Here we know what is f of x. In our question, what is f of x? F of x that is equal to 3x square plus 5x. Am I right? Yes, f of x is equal to 3x square plus 5x. That is what f of x. Now the first term. The first term of the formula is what? F of 1. See what we get f of 1 now? Now f of 1 that is equal to 3 into 1 square plus 5 into 1. That becomes what? 8. 3 into 1 square plus 5 into 1. That is nothing but what? 8 will get. Okay. Now we'll go for the next term. The next term what we will get? See. That is the next term is what? F of 1 plus h. Next term also you will find. If I find 3 terms, we'll identify. You can identify the pattern. What's the trend you can identify? Then you can proceed further. Then f of 1 plus h. This is nothing but 3 into 1 plus h the whole square plus 5 into 1 plus h. In f of x, wherever we have x, replaced by what? 1 plus h. Therefore, 3 into 1 plus h the whole square plus 5 into 1 plus h. Now expand this. Now expand, and the grouping is what? Very, very important here. See if I expand this one, what will I get? This is 3. This become what? 1 square, that is what? 1 plus 2h plus h square. Plus, this is nothing but 5 into 1 plus h. This become what? 5 plus 5h. Okay. Now you group the terms. First you group constant term. Here 3 into 1, that is what? 3. Here 5. Therefore 3 plus 5, that become what? 8. This will be the constant term. Plus. See the h term. What is h term? Here 3 into 2h, that is 6h. Plus here 5h. 6h plus 5h is what? 11h. Group the like terms. That's all. 11h. Then that is what? Next one is what? 3h square. Next term is what? 3h square. Therefore this we got as what? F of 1 plus h. Okay. Now next to see. Next what is the next term in our formula? F of 2 plus h. F of 1 plus 2h. That's the next term. See f of here. F of, see even if I can write here f of 1 plus 2h. See what we getting f of 1 plus 2h. F of 1 plus 2h is what? 3 into 1 plus 2h the whole square plus 5 into 1 plus 2h. This if I expand 3 into 1 plus if I expand this one, what will I get here? 2h, that is 2 into 2ab, that I will be getting what? 4h plus h square term. What is h square term? That is nothing but what? 4h square. That's nothing but what? 4h square. Okay, plus this I will be getting what? 5 plus 10h. Now can you group the like terms? See constant term if I group, here I have 3, here I have 5. Therefore 3 plus 5, 8. Then h term. See the h term, what will you get here? 3 into 4, that is what? 12. 3 into 4, 12. 12 plus 10h. What is 12 plus 10h? That is 22h. Next, 3 into 4. 3 into 4h square. 3 into 4h square. Or even I can write it, this is what? This 4 can be written as what? 2 square itself. Then it will be what? You can find the pattern very easily. Instead of squaring this one, if I write this is what? 2 square, then I can write as what? 3 into 2 square h square. There is no other terms h square. Therefore 3 into 2 square h square. Now just you observe the pattern. See the first one f of 1, that I am getting what? 8. f of 1 plus h, I am getting what 8. Therefore, the constant term is what here 8. Here I am getting 8. Here also I am getting it. Therefore, I can group all the constant term, that is what 8 plus 8 plus 8. Okay. Now observe the h term. See what is h term? Here there is no h term. Therefore, here from here I am starting h term. See what is h term here? 11h. Next will be what? 22h. Next, what will be the h term? Yes, amazing. 33h, that's all. Therefore, that will be what? Multiples of 11. Yes, very good. Next is see, next is what? H square term. See what is h square term? Here f of 1, I don't have h square term. Here what is h term? 3h square. Here see what is h term? 3 into 2 square h square. I think you might have observed why I took this, I did not multiply this one. 3 into 2 square h square. What will be the next term? 3 into 3 square h square. The next will be what? 3 into 4 square h square. That's how can I find if I have. We can find the last term, that is f of the formula. We have the last term. No? If I find the last term, we can get the pattern exactly. What is the last term? F of 1 plus n minus 1h. That if I find, then exactly we can find and we can group the terms accordingly. See what is the last term? F of 1 plus n minus 1h. What is f of 1 plus n minus 1h? F of x is what? 3 into x square. Am I right? Yes, 3x square plus 5x. That's a function. 3x square plus 5x. Therefore, 3 into x square. 3 into x square. What is x here? 1 plus n minus 1h the whole square. Plus 5x. X is what? 1 plus n minus 1h. That is equal to. Now, this is what? 3. If I expand this one, 1 plus 2 into n minus 1h, 2ab, plus this b square. B square is what? N minus 1 square h square. Plus this, if I multiply with 5, 5 plus 5 into n minus 1h. Okay. Now you simplify. You group the like terms. If I group the like term, first constant term. See what is the constant term here? 3 into 1. That is what? 3. Here I have what? 5. Therefore, 3 plus 5, that is what? 8. Next h term. See what is h term here? If I multiply this one, 6n minus 1h. Here what? 5n minus 1h. Can you observe? 3 2s are what? 6. 6 into n minus 1. This is what? 5 into n minus 1. Therefore, 6n minus 1, 5n minus 1. That be what? 11n minus 1h. Plus, next is h square term. H square term here in this bracket, second bracket, I don't have what h square term. Only the first bracket. Therefore, that will be what? 3 into n minus 1 square h square. Okay. Now see the terms. If I see the terms, easily we can identify. Understood? Suppose if I don't get like this, you have done some mistake. Therefore, easily we can check. See constant term. Constant terms are same in all. H term, that is what? Multiples of 11, and h square term. The first one is no h square term. Second term we have what? 3h square. Next is what? 3 2 square h square. Next is see what I got here? 3 n minus 1 square h square. That's what. Now I can substitute in our problem. See what is our problem? The steps. I continue the problem. All this can be done in the rough, or even if I want, you can do here and then we can substitute here. Understood? Nothing wrong. Either you do in the rough or just by practice, all this can be done what? Directly. Understood? Since it's a first problem, and also without 1 and 2. Suppose the lower limit is what? 0. If the lower limit for any problem is what? 0, we will get the answer easily. Suppose the lower limit is what? Not 0. Suppose 1 to 2 or 2 to 5, like this if it is given, then we will be getting what? This many calculation we have to group. Exactly. Understood correctly. Okay. Now see, now we will substitute now. Now if I substitute, see what we get now. The first term, the formula, again I am going to the formula and I am substituting this. If I substitute this, what will we get? See, integral 1 to 2 f of x dx. That's on the left hand side. Right side, the formula is what? Limit h tends to 0, h f of, first term is what? F of h, right? F of 1. F of 1 is what? See here, f of 1, that is what? 8. Therefore, that you substitute. Therefore, if I substitute that, then I will be getting what? 8. Plus, next f of 1 plus h, that I got as what? 8 plus 11h plus 3h square I got. This is what? F of 1 plus h. Then f of 1 plus 2h, that also I got here. What is f of n plus 2h? See here I have 8 plus 22h plus 3 into 2 square h square. Therefore, that value is substitute. Therefore, this will be what? 8 plus 22h plus this is what? 3 into 2 square h square. Okay, plus the last term. Last term 8 plus here n minus 11 into n minus 1h. Can you observe this one? See, that is 11 into n minus 1h. 11 into 8 plus 11 into n minus 1h plus next term is what? 3 into n minus 1 square h square. Therefore, this is what we got, that we have substituted. Therefore, that is equal to limit h tends to 0. Now we have to group this one. If I group this, what will I get? First constant term 8, n terms will have, therefore 8n plus next h term. See here 11h, 22h, like this. We have, therefore I can take common. What can be taken common? 11h can be taken out. 11h can be taken common. 1 plus 2 plus 3 till it goes up to what? N minus 1. N minus 1 plus next see what we have? 3h square, 3 2 square h square, 3 n minus 1. Therefore, in all these things, this 3h square is common. If I take 3h square common, here first term, here I have what? 1, here I have what? 2 square. Next, like this it goes on. And the last one we have what? N minus 1 the whole square. That is n minus 1 the whole square. See, now all these are square. 1 can be written as what? Square. Therefore, 1 square. See, now we have to use, since the question we have what? X term and x square term. I told already we have to use the formula for what? Sum of n minus 1 natural number, the sum of the squares of first n minus 1 natural number. That's what we got here. That is equal to limit h tends to 0. H, this is 8n plus 11h into, what is the formula for this? N minus 1 into n by what? To sum of first n minus 1 natural number plus here we have what? 3h square. What is the formula for this one? The formula is what? N minus 1 into n into 2n minus 1 by what? 6. Therefore, we have applied the formula. That is, we came to what? The third step. Understood? The third step is what? Applying the formula, recalling the formula and substituting the proper formula now. Now, what is the next step? Next step, after applying the formula, you take this h inside. You take this h inside. If I take 8nh plus 11nh into, here we have what? N minus 1 n by what? 2. Sorry, not nh here. Already we have what? H here. Therefore, this become what? 11 h square n minus 1 n by 2 plus, if I bring this h here, this become what? 3 h cube n minus 1 into n into 2n minus 1 by 6. Yes. Hope you follow this. Next. Now, what is the next step? Next step, I told already, we must take this h square or h cube to each factor of the terms. Here, that is equal to limit h tends to 0, 8nh plus 11. See, this h square can be 1h can be taken here, 1h can be taken here. Therefore, I will be getting what? nh minus h into n into h, that is nh. H square, 1h I have multiplied with this bracket, the other one to this one, whole divided by what? 2. Plus, again here we have a h cube, 1h2 here, 1h2 this, and 1h here, that's 3h. Therefore, we will be getting what? 3. We will be getting what? 3. This become what? nh minus h. Here nh. Here 2nh minus h whole divided by 6. Yes, I hope you all can follow this. Understood? Otherwise, you go through the video once again. Whichever step you don't Follow. You cannot follow, just have a look again, you'll understand easily. Now that is equal to limit. What is the next step? Now we have to substitute the values of nh. Wherever we have nh, replace nh, the first step. What's our first step? Nh value we found already. What is the value of nh? nhs is or nothing but, see here, what is the nh here? nhs is what? 1. That value to be substituted, and we must remove completely the n term. The n should not be there in the expression. Then afterwards only we have to go forward applying the limit. Therefore 8 into nhs is what? 1. That is what? 8 plus nh, that is 11. nh, that is what? 1. H minus 11. nh is what? 1. Therefore 1 minus h. Again nh, that is what? 1 whole divided by what? 2 plus here 3. This is nh, that is what? 2. Nh is what? 1. Therefore that is 1 minus h. Here nh, that is what? 1. Again 2 nh, therefore 2 into 1. 2 minus h whole divided by what? 6. Therefore, see, I have removed all the n. I have eliminated all the n by substituting the value of n. Now you apply wherever we have h. Substitute h is equal to 0, applying the limit. Okay. If I apply the limit, what will I get? 8. Whenever you substitute h is equal to 0, don't write limit h tends to 0. Just write 8 plus this. If I substitute here, what will I get? 11 into 1 minus 1. Therefore, I will be getting what? 11 by 2. Plus here 3 by 6. This also can be cancelled. It goes what? 2 times. Therefore, 1 minus 8. That is 0, 0. Here, 1, 0. Therefore, 1 into 1 into 2. I will be getting what? 2. 2 by what? 2. That get cancelled. Therefore, that is equal to 8 plus 2 by 2. If I cancel, by getting what? 9. Therefore, 9 plus 11 by 2. Right? Now, if I take LCM, 18 plus 11 by 2. That is equal to 27 by 2. 29 by 2. Therefore, this must be your final answer. All of you understood, no? Yes. Now we'll go to next example. We'll go to the next example. Okay, now see the third sum. We evaluate integral 1 to 3 x square plus 3x plus e power x dx as the limit of sum. It was asked in 2018 board, I think. Understood? 2018. Okay, here f of x is what? X square plus in 6 mark. It was a 6 mark question. Here f of x is what? X square plus 3x plus e power x is a given function. And nh we know b minus a, that is upper limit minus the lower limit. Upper limit is what? 3 and the lower limit is what? 1 here. Therefore 3 minus 1, nh is equal to the first step. Okay. Next is nh. Next is the formula. Integral a to b f of x dx is equal to, we are writing the formula. We know very well already, we had done 2 sums. I think you are thorough with the formula. Now see the next step. Now integral 1 to 3. Only for a and b, I am replacing a by what and b by what? 1 by integral 1 to 3 f of x dx equal to limit x and 0. Correspondingly, you convert the formula also. Replace all the a with respect by what? 1. Then we'll be getting what? F of 1 plus f of 1 plus h plus f of 1 plus 2h, f of 1 plus n minus 1h. Okay. Now we'll be finding the values. Now we'll be finding the values of each term and then we can substitute. That will be what? Better. Okay, see now. Now f of x is what? X square plus 3x plus e power x. Now we'll find the each term, then I can substitute here. See, first one, f of 1 I have to find. What will be f of 1? F of 1 is what? 1 square, that is what? 1 plus 3 into 1 plus e power x. That is also 1 plus 3, that become what? 4 plus e power x. Understood? Sorry, e power x. E power x is what? E power 1. Therefore, this become what? E. Here also what? E power x. That is what? E power 1. That become what? E. Here also we'll have what? E power x. That is what? E power 1. Right? Okay. Now, f of 1 plus h. Next term is what? F of 1 plus h. That also I can find here, or the next line. f of 1 plus h. That's the next term here, f of 1 plus h. See, if I find f of 1 plus h, see what will get f of 1 plus h? That is, replace the function with 1 plus h. Therefore, 1 plus h the whole square plus 3 into 1 plus h plus e power x with e power x. E power x is what? E power 1 plus h. Replace x by what? 1 plus h. Now see what will you get if I expand this one. 1 plus 2h plus h square plus this is 3 plus this is what? 3h plus e into e power h. E into e power h, using the laws of exponents. A power m plus n is a power m into a power n, right? Okay, now grouping the like term, 1 plus 3, that become what? 4 plus constant for h term. If I group 3h, 2h plus 3h, that become what? 5h plus e term, understood? Sorry, h square term. What is h square term? Only one h square term is there, therefore that is what? H square plus e into e power h term. So this is f of 1 plus h is over. Next is f of 1 plus 2h. f of 1 plus 2h. If I find the three terms, you can observe the pattern easily. Okay. Now see what is f of 1 plus 2h. f of 1 plus 2h. See what will you get f of 1 plus 2h. f of 1 plus 2h. f of 1 plus 2h, that is equal to 1 plus 2h the whole square plus 3 into 1 plus 2h. Wherever we have x, replace x by what? 1 plus 2h plus e in e power 1 plus 2h. Therefore, in the function I have replaced x by what? 1 plus 2h. Now I expand this. If I expand, see what we get? This is 1 plus 4h plus next is what? H square. Therefore, this I can write as what? 2 square h square. You write always x square h cube means what? Write in the same form. 2 square h square plus this is what? 3 plus 3 2's are what? 6h plus this become what? E into e power 2h. Right? Now that is equal to, if I group all the constant term, 1 plus 3, that is what? 4. Okay. See, in all the three terms we found, constant term is what? 4. Okay. Plus h term you group. See here 4h, here 6x. That is what? 10h I got. Now you might have understood the pattern. What pattern? 5h, 10h. Multiples of what? 5. Yes. Next is what? H square. See, h square term is what? 2 square h square. That's all. There is no other h square term. Therefore, that is what? 2 square h square. Here I have what? Only one h square. Here h square. Therefore, 1 square, 2 square, like this it goes. Then plus, already I grouped the constant term and already grouped what? 6h. Next to what? Only e term we have. That is e into e power 2h. Right? Yes, f of 1 plus 2h. Therefore, f of 1 I got the first term. I got the first term is what? F of 1. Then f of 1 plus h. F of 2 plus 1 plus 2h. Now the last term f of 1 plus n minus 1h. Even if you cannot find directly, I can find the pattern and I can write, or even if I want, I can do this one. F of 1 plus n minus 1h. That is equal to, see, if you found the pattern, I can write directly, that is 4. The constant term is what? 4 here. Therefore, 4, the 4 will come here. Anyway, I will tell the way. Here 4. Here 10, 5 into n minus, multiples of 5, 5 into n minus 1h. Here next term will be what? N minus 1 whole square into h square. Next term will be what? E into e power n minus 1h will get. That's all. Therefore, this is the term. So, you will get out to this one. After doing some 2 or 3 problems, easily you will be writing what is 1 plus n minus 1h. By practice, just by practice, you will get this one. See here. First term, what is the practice? 1 plus n minus 1h the whole square plus 3 into 1 plus n minus 1h plus e power 1 plus n minus 1h. Yes. Can you follow me? Yes, good. Now see the next step. Next step, what do you do? We have to group the term. We have to expand and we have to group. that is equal to 1. You may think that it takes what time? Actually, by practice, you can do what? Still faster. Understood? Therefore, this is what? 1 plus this become what? 2ab. 2 into n minus 1h. 2 into n minus 1h. Right? Plus next one will be what? N minus 1 square h square. Right? Plus next will be what? 3 plus 3 into n minus 1h. Plus this will be what? E power 1. That is what? E into e power n minus 1h. Therefore, without writing all these things, if you observe, if you practice more, say I can write 1 plus 3, that is what? 4. All the term I will be getting the constant term is what? 4. And I told each term h will be what? Multiples of 5. See here h term 2n minus 1h, 3n minus 1h. That is what? 5 multiples of 5. I told now 5n minus 1h. Then similarly h square term. What is h square term? First, previously we had what? 1 square, 1h square. Here we have what? 2 square h square. Here we had what? 2 square h square. Then next will be what? 3 square h square. Like this, this will be what? N minus 1 whole square h square. Understood? Now I think you can understand how the trend is. If you understand the trend, then you can write your own. No need of writing every steps. Understood? Even if you write like this, sometimes you may commit mistake. Therefore, if you understand the trend, directly you can write what? The last step f of 1 plus n minus h could be what written. Understood? Next. Okay. Now I grouped all the constant and I grouped all the h and I grouped all the h square. Now e term. E term is what? E into e power n minus 1h. This is what I told already. Understood? E will be coming the first term e power h, next term e power 2h, the last term will be what? E power n minus 1h. Hope you understood. Therefore, hereafter what I can do? Just by practice, directly we can write this one, or even we can substitute the formula also what? Directly. Now we'll go for the formula to substitute all these things. Understood? Therefore, what is the formula now? Now take the formula and substitute. Formula is what? Integral. The question. Integral. What's the question? Integral x square, that is 1 2 3 x square plus 3x plus e power x. Integral 1 2 3 x square plus 3x into e power x into dx. This is equal to limit h tends to 0 h. Okay, directly also I can write c inside. Just by grouping all these things. See, everywhere we have what? 4. The first term here we have what? 4. Here 1 4. The next term 4. And next term 4. Everywhere we will have 4. Therefore, how many terms will contain what? 4. All the n terms will contain 4. Therefore, since all the n terms contains 4, how can I write the first term? If I grouping all the 4, I will be getting what? This will be what? 4n I will be getting. Next, similarly, h term. What will we get? First term. We got the first term is what? H, 5h. Next to what? 10h. Next to what? 15h. Like this, like 5n we got. Therefore, this 5h can be taken out. If I take common, I will be getting what? 1 plus 2 plus 3 till the last term is what? N minus 1. Understood? Similarly, what? H square term. H square term, what we got? First term. First term is what? 1 h square I got. Second term I got as what? 2 square h square. Right? 2 square h square I got, and next term will be what? 3 square h square. Last term I got as what? N square h square I got. Therefore, if I take this h square common, what will be getting here? I will be getting that is h square can be taken out. If I take h square, I will be getting what? 1 square, 2 square till n minus 1 the whole square. Right? Therefore, this will be what? H square plus e term. E term everywhere e is what? Common. Therefore, that e can be taken out, and the remaining, see what we have. Remaining we have what? E power 1h. The first term e power h, here e power 2h. Here we have what? Like this we have what? E power 1h. Therefore, this is e into e power h plus e power 2h plus e power 3h. Like this. The last term will be what? E power n minus 1h. E power n minus 1h. Okay, now we can apply the formulas. Apply the formulas and simplify. Afterwards, take inside this h. Then you substitute the value. That is limit h tends to 0. This is 4nh. I am taking inside and also take right in the formula. This h, if I take inside, beginning what 5, we have what h square. This become what n minus 1 into n by 2. Sum of first n minus 1 natural number. Next, if I take inside h, this become what h cube. This is the formula for first sum of the squares of first natural number n minus 1 into n plus 1, sorry, 2n plus 1 by 6, n minus 1 into n into sum of these two, that is what 2n minus 1 whole divided by what 6 plus e. This formula we are using the first time. E power h, e power 2h plus e power n minus 1h. This is a formula GP. I gave the recalling the formula. I gave one formula now a plus ar square. That formula we can use here. What is the first term? E power h. What is the formula we have seen there? A into, that is what e power h. R power n. What is R here? How to find the common ratio? The common ratio R is nothing but what? T2 by T1. That's a common ratio. You might have studied in 11th standard. E power 2h by what? E power h. That is also what? E power h. Therefore, the first term is also e power h and the common ratio also T power h. Therefore, e power h into e power h whole power n. What is the formula is what? R power n minus 1 by r minus 1. What is r minus 1? E power h minus 1. Yes. Can you follow this one? R power n. The formula for GP is a into r power n minus 1 by r minus 1. Therefore, this is a formula. This formula only I have substituted. A is nothing but what? E power h, the first term. R is nothing but the common term that I derived here, e power h minus 1, e power r power n. Therefore, e power h power n minus 1 by what? E power h minus 1. Okay, right? Okay. Next step, what will we do? We will take each n in the proper place and we will substitute the value of what? nh, and we will substitute here. See here. This is equal to limit h tends to 0 4nh. Here we have what? nh, no problem. Here h square we have. Therefore, take one h here and another h here. Then what will be getting here? 5. This will be what? nh minus h. Here I will be getting what? nh whole divided by 2. Right? Plus this will be what? The same h cube. 1h to this factor, 1h to this factor, another h to what? This factor. Then we will be getting nh minus h. nh. And here I will be getting what? 2nh minus h whole divided by 6. Here. See here what we have to do here. That's important. First problem we are doing no. Therefore, here 4nh, here I did not write here h at all. See here, actually h to be taken here. Here we have what? H. Each term to be multiplied with h. Here what you do? H where to group? See here e term if I have write this e as it is. Numerator we have what? E power nh minus 1 divided by. Denominator we have what? E power h minus 1. Bring this h to the denominator's denominator. E power h minus 1 by what? E power h. Therefore, for all exponential function, this is the method. For algebraic function, we will be taking h to what? Each factor. For algebraic, for exponential function, this h will be what? Taken to the denominator's denominator. Understood? If I multiply the reciprocal, we will get this one. Understood? Okay. Now, nh value we have to substitute. What is the value of nh in this problem? I think nh is what? 2, no? See, first step what you had done? nh is equal to 2. That value to be replaced. nh is equal to 2, you substitute. If I substitute nh is equal to 2, we will be getting what? Limit h tends to 0, 4nh. nh is what? 4 2s are what? 8. plus here 5, nh is what? 2. 2 minus h. 2 minus h. nh again what? 2. Therefore, I can write this is what? 5 into 2, 10 I can write. Then I can know it of writing this one now. 5 2s are what? 10 into nh 2 minus h by what? 2. Therefore, 2 and 10 can be cancelled. I can write 5 here. Plus here. What is nh here? nh is what? 2 here. Therefore, here 2 minus h. Here I can write 2. Here 2 into nh. 2 into 2. That is what? 4 minus h whole divided by what? 6. This 2 also can be cancelled with this 6. That is what? 3. Plus e into e power nh minus 1 whole divided by e power h minus 1 by h. This nh, here also nh can be replaced by what? 2. Therefore, e square minus 1. See, now I don't have what? Any n term at all. I have completely eliminated n. That's a step, understood? Therefore, if I have eliminated n from here, now we can apply the limit. That's all. If I apply the limit, see what we get. The first one will be what? 8 plus h tends to 0. Substitute h is equal to 2. Then 5 2s are 10 plus. Next, if I substitute h is equal to 0, this term becomes 0. This 2 minus h, this becomes 0. Therefore, 2. This become what? 4. Therefore, 2 4s are 8. Therefore, this become what? 8 by 3 plus here e, that is constant. Therefore, the limit does not affect this one. Therefore, e square minus 1, that is also what? Constant. E square minus 1. It does not. Limit h tends to 0 does not. We don't have any term. But limit h tends to 0. Already while recalling, I told the formula in the introduction. Limit h tends to 0. E power h minus 1 by h, that is equal to 1. This is the formula I told you to recall you first itself. Therefore, this formula, if I substitute here, that is what? By 1. Therefore, denominator will be getting what? 1. Therefore, the final answer that we have to simplify all these things that we are trying. See what we get here. 8 plus 10, 18. 18 plus 8 by 3. This if I simplify, 3 is the LCM. Here 24, 2, here 54. Am I right? Yes. 54 plus what? 8. That is equal to 62 by what? 3. That is what? 62 by what? 3. Therefore, that gives 62 by 3 plus e into e square minus 1. Therefore, this is our answer. Therefore, this is a 6-mark question. If it is a 6-mark question, like this 3 different terms will be given. X term, x square term, or sometimes x cube term. Here they gave what? Exponential term. If this question, this particular question was asked in 2018 board. Understood? Therefore, like this, these are what? All some expected question. But we cannot expect the same question. Instead of x and x square, they may give what? Some other term. That's all. But this is the pattern. This is a pattern. So if you understand what we have to do, only 3 steps I told. But if I follow routinely, repeatedly, if I write the formulas, if I substitute and see, if you can understand the trend, the terms, how the terms are, then writing this will be what? Very easy. It will not take what? This much time. Since I am teaching you, I am taking what? Slowly I am teaching. But when you practice faster, we'll get what? Soon we'll get the answer. Understood? Okay. Now we'll go for the next sum. Okay, next question. See, evaluate integral 0 to 1 e power 2 minus 3x dx as the limit of sum. Okay, the first step we know f of x we have to identify, and the nh is nothing but b minus a, that is upper limit minus lower limit. 1 minus 0, I got 1. First step over. What is the second step? We must write the formula. Understood? For the integral a to b f of x dx is equal to limit h tends to 0, h we know the formula. Therefore, write the formula once. Now you apply the formula for our problem. Therefore, a and b alone first you replace integral 0 to 1 f of x dx. Accordingly, the right hand side also will change. Limit h tends to 0, h a is what? 0 plus f of h plus f of a again 0 to h, like this f of n minus n which will get. Understood? Therefore, here we have a simple function. Therefore, no need of any therefore directly also we can substitute. Understood? See what we get here. that is equal to limit, see limit h tends to 0, limit h tends to 0, limit h tends to 0, h f of 0. See here, substitute here f of 0. If I substitute f of 0, replace x by 0, then we'll be getting what? E square. We'll be getting what? E square. Am I right? Yes. E square plus, if I replace x by h, I will be getting what? E square e power 2 minus 3h plus next term e power 2h. Therefore, 2 minus 3 into 2h. Right? Like this it goes. And the last term will be what? E power 2 minus 3 into n minus 1h. Therefore, this is, since it's a simple problem, I did not find f of 0, f of h, f of 2h and all are separated. Therefore, directly I have substituted a simple function. This is understood. Therefore, I wrote directly. Now, this we have to group the terms accordingly. Therefore, what is the terms here? See all this. How can I write? That is limit h tends to 0 into h into, this is what? E square. This I can write as what? E power 2 into e power minus 3h plus e square. Here e square plus e square into e power minus 3h. E square into e power minus 6h. Like this I can go on right. Okay. Next step. Limit h tends to 0. H, here e square is common, that can be taken out. E square into h, if I take out, e square is common, that after taking out 1 plus e power minus 3h plus e power minus 3 into 2h. Like this it goes on till the last term is what? Already we have taken out x, minus 3 into n minus 1h. Understood? I have taken out e square common. See what form? Whenever we have the sum of this exponential term, that way what I GP only will get. What is GP formula? See the GP formula. The GP formula is a plus ar. You know the formula. A plus ar plus ar square till ar power n minus 1. Understood? What is the formula for this one? A, the first term, into r power n minus 1 by r minus 1. This is the formula. Already in the previous problem also we have used the same formula. Here a is nothing but the first term and r is nothing but the common ratio. How to find the common ratio? Second term minus the first term. That is what the common ratio. Okay. In our problem, see now what we get here. See, that is limit h tends to 0 e square h. Here the first term is what? 1. Therefore a is what? 1. And the common ratio, what is the common ratio? The second term minus the first term, e power minus 3h. This is nothing but what? E power minus 3h by 1. Our third term by the second term, whatever may be. Therefore e power minus 3h is what? Common ratio. Therefore e power minus 3h. R power n, this whole power n, right? The formula, just remember this formula and substitute. A is what? 1 and R e power minus 3h whole power n minus 1 whole divided by R minus 1. What is R here? E power minus 3h. This is what? R minus 1. Therefore by simplifying by this, that is using the sum of n terms of a GP. Understood? That's all. Now next, whenever we have this, what is the next term? The next term out of applying this one, we have to take h inside. If I have polynomial function, this h can be multiplied with what? Each factor. Suppose if it is an exponential function, last problem we have seen, that is e square. H if I take inside, this is what? E power minus 3nh if I multiply minus 1 whole divided by e power minus 3h minus 1 whole divided by what? H. Right? This h I took inside, then to the denominator. Therefore e power minus 3nh minus 1 by e power minus 3h minus 1 by what? H I brought. Understood? Now, wherever we have nh can be replaced. We know the formula. We know the value of nh. What is nh in this question? nhs is what? 1. Therefore, that you replace nh by what? 1. Then what will you get? That is equal to limit h tends to 0 e square e power minus 3 into nh value is what? 1. Minus 1. Therefore, just I can write 3 into 1 is what? E power minus 3 I can write. E power minus 3 minus 1 divided by, this is e power. We know this formula. Limit h tends to 0, e power h minus 1 by h. The value is what? 1. But here I don't have what? E power h. See here, what term here we have? E power minus 3h we have. E power minus 3h. Now see how to apply the formula now. This e power minus 3h minus 1 in the place of h, I have what? 3h. Therefore, denominator also I should have what? 3h. Therefore, minus 3h. Multiply the denominator by what? Minus 3. Then here multiplied by 3. Hope you understood. Numerator, I have what? This is the formula. We must bring the term to this form. E power h. Here instead of h, I have what? Minus 3h. Therefore, denominator also the same term should come. Already I have h here. Therefore, here h. Therefore, to get minus 3h, multiply and divide by what? Minus 3 in the denominator. Therefore, minus 3h and minus 3. Therefore, now what will you get now? Now, here, see here, now what I can, now you substitute. Now apply the limit. If I apply the limit, this become what? E square, that is constant. And here I will be getting what? E power minus 3 minus 1, that is also constant. We will get as it is. Now this integral, this limit h tends to 0, e power h minus 1 by what? H. This is what? This form. This is a formula. Therefore, I will be getting what? 1 into 3. Therefore, I will be getting what? So this completely become what? 1 into minus 3. Understood? Now that is equal to e square into e power minus 3 minus 1 by what? Minus 3. Now this can be simplified easily. See the next step. That is equal to this minus 1 by 3 I took out, and e square can be taken inside. E square into e power minus 3. What will you get? E power minus 1 minus 1 into e square. Either I can write like this, or this minus also can be taken inside. Therefore, 1 by 3. If I take inside, I will be getting what? E square minus e power minus 1. Either I can write the answer like this, or I can write the, or e power minus 1. Again, I can write this is what? 1 by e. Again, take LCM. For different forms, you can write the answer. I think, hope you have understood this integrating, that is finding the definite integral value using what is that? Limit of sum. Actually, the limit of sum, we have some other name also. Understood? The question can be like this also. See, limit of sum, or the other name is ab initio method. Ab initio. Or we can call this is find the definite integral using first principle. Therefore, all these are what? Same. Whether limit of sum or ab initio or first principle, whatever they ask, this is a method. Therefore, you must know, once again I will recall the form. First 3 steps you must remember. The first one is what? F of x. Then we have to find nh. Second step, we must remember the formula, integral a to b f of x dx. And the third one, I gave some 5 formulas. That is sum of the first n natural number, sum of the squares of first n natural number, sum of the cubes of first n natural number. Similarly, the sum of the geometric progression. And next formula is what? This one. Limit h tends to 0, e power h minus 1 by what? H is equal to 1. That's all. These are the formulas. Only the terms we must be able to what? Expand. Understood? If I have what more term, that if I practice, it will get automatically. Understood? I hope whatever the question in this type, you can understand, you can do easily. Understood? Practice well and do well. Thank you.